Good morning all. We're starting our live a little early today, so I'm just making my way up to the goat paddock. We're going to have a coffee with the goats today. I'll introduce you to all of our beautiful goats and let you know which ones are pregnant. Hopefully Crosby stays away from me. Crosby's our little buck who decides to stink me up every time I come in here. I'm glad you don't have smell-o-vision at the moment. Okay, let me in, let me in, let me in. So let me know if you're joining us today. Let me know if you've got any questions about the goats. Crosby, down boy. Like a dog, down. Come on, we'll go find a shady spot to talk to you all today. Come on. So yeah, good morning. This beautiful fella in front who's jumping up on me. This is Chocolate, and Korma. And this is Vanilla here. Now Vanilla is pregnant to Crosby. Now Crosby is a dwarf Nigerian goat, and he has bred with all of our girls in this paddock. You're the lucky fella, aren't you, buddy? Now some of them are on heat at the moment, which means he is checking out who he can breed with. And the way he does that is by, it's pretty disgusting, you ready for it? He actually drinks their wee. And by drinking their wee, he can tell if they're ready to mate and ready to breed or not. Now, our beautiful girl Blossom here with the horns is pregnant, and I don't think she's got too far to go, really. She's a gorgeous little girl. She lost her baby last year. We went out at 4 o'clock in the morning to check on another goat, and unfortunately hers had choked on the mucus sac when it had come out, and she was sitting in the barn crying her eyes out, so it was very distressing. Now Crosby here, Crosby's brother is called Bowie, and this is Bowie here. Hey Cros. Oh Crosby, it's all about you, isn't it? Good morning, Caterpillar Corner Family Daycare. Goats are such sociable creatures. They are pretty gorgeous. The big mama over here is Mischief with the big horns. She might look like a lot of people think she's a boy goat, but she's a mama. And then we have, who have we got here? Gwynnie. Hey, Gwendolyn. Hey, Gwynnie. Oh, she's coming in for a closer look as well. I do want to see Rosie over here. Oh, we've got the big truck coming back. Good morning, Janice. And here we have our pregnant alpaca girls. Hey girls. Oh, Crosby, not on camera, mate. Not to mention the fact that Chocky is a boy. So, not that there's anything wrong with that. As you can see, he's a mischievous goat. Rosie here. We'll say hi to Auntie Rose. Hey, Rosie. Hold on, I'll just flip the camera around. She likes to give you a big cuddle. Oh, Chocky, I love you too. Chocky just knocked my hat off. Chocky! Chock! Say hi, Chocky. Oh no, we're over. Chocky likes to sit in my lap, don't you, darling? Say hello. Hello. Hey, Susie. So come on, guys. I do need to be careful of Crosby because he will, I don't want him to wee on me. You can't get that smell off. Hello. I've got the boys arriving back with the truck. Oh, Oscar's back. Hey, Oz.
Hi.
So yeah, as I said, goats are quite sociable creatures, and the first indication that they are sick is they'll go off and into the paddock on their own and kind of be a loner, which is our first indication there's something wrong. The other indication that something is wrong is their tail is down. As you can see, all of our goats have all of their tails in the air today. good sign, isn't it? Hello, girls. So this beautiful girl is Cressida. Alpacas don't like to be touched on the top of their heads. They're quite skittish. So see. Say hello, Cressida. Hello. And the other girl over here is Ella. Say hi, Ella. Oh, Crosby. It's the Crosby show. Not the Cosby show, the Crosby show. Ah, get it? We have had a few parasite problems in the last few days. So our boys in the other paddock got quite sick. So we've been treating them with 2 different types of wormer. And just to give you a bit of an update, it's not great news, but we think we've got a wild dog coming in at night stalking our birds, our free-range birds. So wild dogs tend to be quite common on farms like ours because we're kind of on the outskirts of town. People will dump their animals and they breed with the wild dingo population, and we end up with this hybrid wild dog breed come in and try to take some of our animals. Now all of our animals in here are really well fenced in, and it's really difficult for dogs to get in, but all of our free-range ducks and geese have fallen victim. So we lost a duck 2 nights ago, and we lost a goose this morning. So not real good news, but we have been trying to figure out how we can catch it. We're going to get a dog trap and see if we can catch our wild dog. Hey, Auntie Rose. I call her Auntie Rose because her sister, Milkshake, was one of my favourite goats, and we lost Milkshake about a year ago during childbirth, didn't we? Say hi, Auntie Rosie. Right, Rosie had 4 babies and she's pregnant again. We're just hoping that she doesn't have another 4 in there, because it's really difficult for us to deliver 4 healthy babies, and it normally means if they have any more than 2 that we're bottle feeding some. So hey Wendy, all the way from Western Australia, thank you. I know the sky is looking amazing. It's a great day out here. So we've got all of our females and our wethers separated into this paddock so we can prevent interbreeding. And then we've got all of our boys. Hey boys, they're all looking healthy again. All their tails are in the air, which is good to see. So we've managed for now to get on top of our parasite issue, haven't we? Oh, Jockey. Say hi, Mischief. Sometimes it's easier to treat than with horns. So these ones without horns, so you'll see Crosby here, and he wants some attention. Crosby here has little tiny stubs on the top of his head, and that means he's been dehorned. So at about 10 days old, we get a hot iron and we give them a little bit of anaesthetic and a bit of numbing agent, and we poke that on their horns and it stops them from growing. I think, in my experience, it makes them a much more docile goat, and it's a lot easier to handle in terms of they're friendlier with people. I don't know why. However, you'll notice some of our goats have horns, like Gwendolyn here. And who else has horns here? Oh, Mischief, of course. So Mischief, if I need to handle her and give her antibiotics, I can grab her horns and stick her head between my legs, and I can administer medicine and things. So if they've got horns, it's a lot easier to treat them when they need medical help. But these guys, as you can see, they are quite friendly without. So, hey Vanilla. Oh, Crosby, say hi. Oh man, it's just when you've got a buck that just wants to... I've got someone stealing my hat. Who's got my hat? Chucky! Oh, you're a cheeky weather. You're a cheeky weather. So we'll give you one last look at Crosby. Crosby is just... Oh, mate. Oh, you just stink. Oh, I'm so glad people can't smell you right now. You are a smelly, smelly goat. Don't you wee on me. I'll never get that smell off. But yeah, look, we're just having a coffee with our goats this morning, and sometimes this is, we're very lucky to have them. They're cheeky and make you laugh. So thank you. I'm sorry my camera is going everywhere, but Crosby is quite literally grabbing my arm with his teeth and pulling my arm towards him. But thank you for joining us. We will be back again at 10 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll see you then.